All right, and hi, and welcome to another Let's Play from Game Over Easy. You're watching us on most likely the Game Eggs Twitch.tv account, or you may be watching this on YouTube. But what we're looking at today. Hi, this is Mac from Game Over Easy. We're taking another Let's Play game here. What we're going to be looking at is what's called Maverick Hunter X. This is a remake of Mega Man X that was done basically when Kenji Inafune was looking into doing X9. He kind of got the idea that maybe the series had gotten a little tired and he kind of wanted to get back to his roots. So instead of really producing an X9, they went forward and took a lot of the same team and made this PSP title, which is all about the original game and what made it so much fun. They added anime cutscenes, they added voice acting, 2.5D, 3D graphics, just a really lot of polish. You may have seen earlier when we were showing the original Mega Man X, the Super Nintendo release. It's kind of funny. My personal experience with Mega Man X, actually, of all places, is on the PC. Some years after the original Super Nintendo release, they released a package from Capcom that was Mega Man X for the PC with a 6-button controller, which is kind of funny because you really don't need that many for this game. But it also took out some of the really fun stuff. It took out things like the robots that we'll see in Chill Penguins level that you could walk around in little mechs. Just wasn't as good. So years later, when I got to play Super Nintendo and this, it has always been one of my favorite games, and I am a huge, huge Mega Man fan. Yeah, so seeing here some of the anime cutscenes. Definitely looks good. And that's Vile, one of the Mavericks, who actually, interesting enough, you can play in this game. Play as him. So yeah, so I'm just going to skip past this. It's not normally my normal way of doing things, but I figure we should get right into the gameplay. Now, the story of Mega Man X is X, the robot we're seeing here, who looks a lot like Mega Man, was invented by Dr. Light, Mega Man's creator, and his whole thing was he was the first robot that could think, feel, grow, and function mentally the same as a human being. And when Dr. Kane discovers him 100 years or so after the original Mega Man, he tries to replicate that self-awareness, and unfortunately it doesn't work out as well. And Sigma, one of the worst of the Mavericks, basically starts terrorism against the humans because he feels that the reploids, the replicants, are far superior to humanoids, and they should overrun humanity. Yeah. We'll let this one play out a little bit. Oh, that's poor guy. Yeah, it's kind of an irony that X is one of the Maverick Hunters, but by no means is he the strongest robot out there. Which is kind of funny because he's the originator of all of these different robots. Here we are, the first stage.
There's a high probability that the insurgency there was caused by Mavericks.
Mavericks? This must be Sigma's work.
Alright. This stage is classic. There's some videos out there really explaining why this is such a actually stupendous piece of game design. Just poke around YouTube. I might put a link in the YouTube notes. Yeah, just an amazing design. This little intro level teaches you everything you're going to need to know about the game as you go forward. And I mean, we saw this in the Super Nintendo game too, just like destructible environments. I mean, this was a really impressive game at the time, and it still holds up really well. I mean, I think this is a solid game. We're playing Maverick Hunters here on the PSP. You can also get this in the PSN Network store for Vita if you have a Vita. Again, you can always get it for PlayStation as well. Oh, just bit it there. The other thing is, if you, I don't think I mentioned this in the other one, there's also ones for the smartphones out there that are basically the exact same game. It's the Super Nintendo game. They did kind of clean up the graphics a little bit. They're sort of redrawn so that they're not sprites so much as they are hand drawings. I might have to switch the jump button here because I'm not doing too hard. That one's a lot of fun. It does some smart things to make it more mobile ready. Things like the fact that you're always charging no matter, you don't have to hold down the button to charge, which in Mega Man is super important ever since 4 when they introduced the Mega Buster. I think it's like doubly important in Mega Man X, just because it just seems like a lot of bosses and stuff are built around that. And these are these giant bee monsters. Let's say I think I'm standing right in the sweet spot at where I want to be. Yeah, and this section right here shows you one of the most important things, which is the wall kick. And the wall kick is really what differentiates the series from the others. Because, Mega Man, if he fell into a gap, that's it. He's dead. Whereas in this game, if he can grab a wall as he's sliding down, he can wall kick. Ah, jeeps. Alright, here we go again. Alright. Almost there. I always thought it was funny that just the programmers never edited out the fact that, like, anytime you are in a Mega Man game and it's early in the game, you can collect weapon energy. You don't have any weapons yet, but you can collect it. I thought that was just bizarre. Alright, we're going to be running up against these Hornet things. There's some really nice touches that they did with this game. The 2.5D, I'm not going to lie, is not really my favorite. I don't think it really adds anything. But the scrolling levels, I think, look pretty good. I love the traffic and stuff that you can see in the background there. It does go a long way to make the world feel alive. And one thing I guess I should say that's kind of nice about the 2.5D is it is kind of neat the fact that, like, right now if I leave him idle, you can kind of see X is breathing a little heavier there because I'm about half health. Yep, these guys. And it's, it's kind of a cliche now that if you do a reboot, it's the dark and gritty reboot, but Mega Man X was actually one of the firsts. Because the world of X is definitely a much more adult and heavy-handed place. I mean, we're dealing with the fact that in the first Mega Man, you have this crazy guy, Wily, and Wily's trying to, make these evil robots, and Dr. Light's trying to build robots that humanity can, you know, coincide with. Oh man, jeeps, I am not doing so hot here. And then by this time, we kind of get the impression that humanity and the robots are working very well together. I was gonna say, is he? And that the Mavericks kind of ruined that. Jeeps. That pattern's weird, because in the Super Nintendo game, they're pretty adept at kind of turning around, and again, I'm missing my jumps here. It could be watching it through the stream, I'm not sure. That could totally be me. I'm pretty rusty, but I mean, I just played through this the other day, so, and really, the gameplay has not changed much. That's what I need to do, is just keep moving. But yeah, I mean, it is a mature game, at least in, you know, Super Nintendo terms. Oh, jeez. Oh. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna see if I can change. Okay, good. I can. So. Really? You want me to hold it like that? Yeah, we're gonna switch that around. That's fine. Alright. I'm sure this is terribly interesting for you. And I do apologize. But, yeah, I kind of need these things to change a little bit. So, I want to map shot to here. I want to map this to jump. And I want to switch jump to dash. Dash. And I'll switch dash to X-Bar. Okay. Let's see if that's in there. Yeah, it allows me to just kind of flick my thumb down to get the jumping on. Ah, still letting those cars hit me. Just there we go. Ugh. That's way better. Just don't get it. What are these? There we go. Yeah, so this is the other cool thing, was we saw a mid-boss that we can't actually kill. You cannot defeat Vile.
I should have known you'd be involved in Sigma's rebellion.
Rebellion? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just here to cause trouble for you. I hate you. Hope you're ready, X.
Yeah, so Vile's a great guy. I think I've already essentially been defeated by him. Oh! Oh, that's right. So Maverick Hunter's X can actually die. I forgot about that. You actually do have to beat up Vile a little bit before you get that kind of the false victory. Let's see if it's going to go to the cutscene again or not.
Hope you're ready, X.
Nope. Oh, man. I assume I have to hit him himself, but I don't see... There we go. Nope. Jeez, this is it's a bit harder than I remember it.
Maverick Hunter X.
We're actually going to load up another save. Mostly, I don't want to go back and try and defeat the Central Highway again because apparently I'm just not doing too well. I tell you what level we're going to go. Actually, you know what? I love Storm Eagle. And we looked at Chill Penguin in the last one, so let's take a look at this one. Not particularly doing this in the right order considering the, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. I can take on Storm Eagle now, I guess.
Storm Eagle.
Ooh, just love this tune. I must have gone through Flame Mammoths because I have the helmet already. Now let's see if I can do well and actually get Storm Eagle's level. There's some secrets I could go for, but I think we're just going to skip that stuff right now. Mega Man X is just this wonderfully pure upgrade to Mega Man. I love the fact that you're kind of back to the interesting Robot Masters because you're not having to deal with all the baggage of the regular series, so you can make a little more iconic characters. The other thing I think is really cool about this is you're back to this feeling of them taking these kind of territories. I mean, by the time you get to the sort of end of the Mega Man series, it's like, well, where's where is Skullman hanging out? Oh, that dinosaur dig. It's like, there's a dinosaur dig in town? It's like, it didn't make as much sense. Like, this is great. Storm Eagle is built around flight and a wind-based ability, and he is taking over the airport. This is great. Again, just these little backgrounds where you can see like the planes have been kind of damaged and down. I like this transition here where I'm going from the kind of dark cloud later high enough that I can start seeing the blue there. And any of you who are yelling about the E-tank that's over to the left, like I said, I'm not going to collect any collectibles. You just dash off that end and you can actually get to it. Yeah, because let's be honest, I am doing badly enough that we should just keep going just to see what I can get. Ugh. But yeah, it's kind of hard to believe that Mega Man is already 20 years old. And I mean, this game is almost 10 years old. This wasn't exactly for the 10th anniversary, but came out like 2005, 2008 across the various territories. Took a while to get localization. I mean, it has, acting and voice acting, and all kinds of stuff. So it kind of makes sense. Unfortunately, I think we're going to call it there because I really can't handle being too much worse at this. But yeah, it's just a flavor of what's going on here. Hope you enjoyed that. If you want to follow us, make sure you check out Game Eggs at twitch.tv. You can also find us on YouTube. Just search for Game Over Easy or Game Eggs. You can also find us on our social media via Facebook at our Facebook page, Game Over Easy. You can also find us at Twitter at GameEggs, GAMEGGS. And follow us up and